the fact that we were able to elect Dr. Bawumia, the first time in our history.
As MPP, you mean?
As MPP. Even the country has not elected a Muslim leader before. Both parties.
That's true.
So, Anna, NDC from 92. You better about Omo propaganda is super we are say. And he said, Omo, it's anti-for party Omo Mobia.
I'm not here. Okay.
Coming home. Omo Mobia. So, now Omo Kozongo dia na west. Because almost Sako Kayi 92 no almost started almost aliens compliance order. Grofono ba the buzi apam no basa be pamo. Enti benefona no manyini kakra na omo Kayi the pain they went through. Enti ema their natural gravitation of the Zongos was to the NDC. And it has carried on a reduce kakra but it's still embedded and yet easy. Entina ema former president confidence or case emre so we say ni aketo Bawumia ombe use na dam so case. Nobody believe. Fifi Kwete also repeated the same thing. Said MPP will never give a northerner a chance as the leader of our party. 61% did so, which is the highest any first time presidential aspirant has garnered.
Former Yama Mwakwa Famo Embra Rajab Media GHF so na openi Kwabena J Agyapong Yabekai MPP Amuyokuno akane wonum general secretary ya wonum kire se ensensem bi ba yente nam so ma woni Paula Foko ye wo wonum konsa ekosi nchen efira Amuyokuno mu no ene ye ka wonum wo asa ba bi o matie gina na wonum ebodawuro edema Dr. Laji Mahmoud Bawumia ene MPP Amuyokuno a uyi Kwabena Agyapong esi nchene a na enyeye kane mpo no dodo no anim se ono mpo ne ba be pamutuani ede ama Dr. Laji Mahmoud Bawumia mekire the running mate ede ama Bawumia nenso so anko ba ne sa opani ye nei wonda anopane awia babia Bawumia nam bia no na odinachi ya oma bibia emu na bemu nsem hodo a omanfo no etumi eka ede efa ne ho na ene wamakwa me Sefa kan ho adwire ne papa fi nsem a wopani watumi abiebie so de akere no na wama NDC amnyuku ne hunu se MPP amnyuku bi a wontimi mfa NDC ntoto ho ema no enye ye da biara da nebra Kwabena Agyapong woko ekopie mu ewo Kwame Sefa kan adwumadie kokoroko morning show ewo Peace FM so no in fact okansem na wo kire se de na hodwiri kura ne se kane no na NDC amonyukuo ene esiremfo sebi ene ye nuanom wo mo wofra mantam voter region be bia eye NDC dominated regions no wonum sebo no mo kanyina ne se Bawumia o ha ne ho kwa enya ade se NPP amnyukuo betimi yi siremni mra media MPP amnyukuo no nimu da fri se MPP amnyukuo no dodo no anim se ya kanfo party ene ya chimfo party ene ya mfantefo party na siremni de oye den ba bedi akanfo so na so ene MPP amnyukuo ama NDC wo manum ato ama okosiremu a wonum sem wo mno kosunsun fidie nyina na hwinwan efri se Dr. Laji Mahmoud Bawumia nkwani candidate a ye ko abato so no onya 61 point something %. 61 uhwe ni padodo agina ye alankyeramaten Kennedy Agyapong hwan ni hwan nyina ba bie na Bawumia nkwanya 61 point something % no akere sampa MPP amyokuo wono mfa esiremfo ni agoro eno da nchen a wo kan ensem ahodo bi a NDC amyokuo na hye ede ba be hia abato 2024 na otie bia ho bedwire Kwabena Agyapong nyame enhyira pa se wodi bibia to nchen na wosom party no emfa ho nsem a amanfo kan yenkotie Kwabena Agyapong ebra onya kwan ewo Kwame Sefa kan adwumadie so na wodi ensem kakra etutudwa efa MPP amonyekuo ho dwumadie mu yenkotie bi
Kwabena bas na muti sei
nyame adom kakra
me hu se bas na chini bebre na minim sa otimbi na moko na moba eti utwe mu anam se we de be chance na boy bas mu nkomo kakra titu ni adwada bas no ekopi electoral commission BP party headquarters ni na kika aka ho agenda 2024 election 2024
oh dear
blue bus et say
nyankopon ti megidi se bibia be we pay na wohwɛ sɛ since I call you primaries
Kwabena message so be man sukaka
since I call you primaries Dr. Bawumia as the flag bearer wohwɛ nhyehyɛ or there to form the speed with which or setting up the manifesto committee, the campaign committee, and the program or prosecuted to visit all the 16 regional capitals or Kososua or share to meet all the stakeholders around the country. So from penning for, Kremufon penning for, Ahemfo, artisans, beauticians, stakeholders of this country. No meaning dinkita, hodin niswadin eto abonting. Was able to do all that and sana also be ne running mate or ne running mate or ko adon or kumasi na or start constituency campaign. This year I make say I cover over 100 constituencies.
Over 100.
We are less. They say it's less than 90 days. It's going to be very tough. One here, a be and intimi and touch all the 275 or so constituencies. But he shows a certain level of preparedness. So be out to say, Najuma Boma. He's got a vision for the future of this country. Now, Adia, I then say, and near maybe you are, okay, yana nipa being tenacity. But we are not, it comes to pass. Not just Obia, Naniswa Dihunu, Equechi. I mean, when we talked about changing the way Ghana, Niema, or can digitization any PPD can't say. But if you look at the impact on our lives as Ghanaians, say never cry the obitimedina so it's all because of that mobile money interoperability concept now. Fire said chinchina ese ekoso aboa. And it's important say who say ye dachi ni edwen. Now if you want a leader who understands the dynamics of today, obitimedia into the future of our country, me say Dr. Bawumia. And now ohwe ne mfiti ase ne kola brem ne kwan a won so offer so won so abreda o han hwi a ka so bi o sorry ya no be governor and I say deputy governor no be vice president, but only din komo na hwe kola brem ye papa no no mo wo se me na ne dey 14.
Hey,
me papa. Those is no more. Dr. Bawumia papa was 19.
Yes,
17 that TSC say. So, in the city at Tibiana, I hope to me back.
Yeah.
The kinds of things that were femono, amanenias, humobrubi. In fact, we didn't know who sebi or more. I was not surprised or say obey free tertiary education for people with disability.
Oh, the Kabila de Bia.
As I
hey. National disability champion.
Oh, Kabila na wayadi. Dr. Bawumia de oka say sunsumbi. Because me di na china Father Campbell, only Father Campbell is very close. Because
of leprosarium, no.
We are no Afro Kwabena pijama ne nko leprosarium. What's he say? Enya negative be about lepers. Inti say you have healing omukra still ana. Bibi now call the way of me cry. That's all
because when they always say why do you want to know?
But you say oh sati mano for one more any be me say okay say why taxi driver da say be why ye bad day da na NDC for say oboa na the fact say o papa edi minister da no che say unko ihe mu da me na papa ye lawyer ni na kuma so de un say hono crowfrom no boys oh enti niema mafemu no memso metima ka say me street guy ba so enti wono de oyobi a owotima opese oboa ne man na there attracted me to him. They say nyen humility them so be him say na there but onye materialistic onye obi an brady, and you can see that at close quarters. And we need character for leadership in our country. Kwame. Character. Subain here.
Subain papa, you mean?
Subain papa na make na say make subain na je subain papa. Here. Pa obia owo tima owo compassion owo buo owo do. I think it is the first time ya to aba who MPP elected flag bearer onwa free ni fie no oko woman o defeat on nyina fie no mu ko din komo because in times past na den ka yen ya hwe from no na who ko no ko a pledge of support but ono do anya ne sa enti megidi say he stands a good opportunity obetimi transform the country and say so there Ghana needs transformation me kana sa nyina young politicians ordinary people here must say yes sacred adwin about what politics stands for any nti a friend aman yosem ni twim ye o mine so ni ehunu say politics no is about service o hwe ne life ni nyina is about how he will sacrifice or didn't between wache no didn't ho abo afore eye adwumaden abo Ghana and Jesus say no there's a lot of healing in the party.
You think so?
Kakra still difficulties
because it's one of the things amateur apathy about party for mankasa omofi say sabio yedidi ejom ye say edidi jani munanenam ene omo a ye to aba anyeye amom ebi kwasum ba be ko independent yenim suhun de dada ya tese Cynthia Morrison so agona ho baby enti enkofo di yawo ewo mamo party mu eno
me de be ma wo mu nyina nso omo kai mpenimfo na abetwam ye ko enye na na echichire kwame na emodin papa time aye echichire na nipa ni bi wo ho a om de ho bo afore ewu ko e kra o ma meto 2000 power me bobo ntimi modin ni nyina asese me tuma kai ko man petunum ageni mboaten general secretary chesa atakra agimanom wo mu de ho ebo afore e ma party so wo hwe ekedeku e tuka na ekon ho ekoketa akwemo mpenimfo ya wo de ho bo afore by the time president Kufuor cry ba power no e binim ko afrim yo abranti bi wo kumase sese de bia me boni de friend Victor Osu Junior
Victor Osu Junior
yes
member of council of elders
ono danko abuzia club na start kumase no ni general secretary ene ya na Kufuor cry kan no wono na mpanimfo soma no bank cry o besi president Kufuor so na adunum so ye mrantie no so na fe na yeso so aka ho bom
say kwa watro he's done a recount
so enso so sebi onenam kekem se obi agya no emom de adidija de ya but the means our concept of adidie no mem pesemete
Kwabena sana ya amanyo sem na ye
there be enye say yes akwa me na say musumu boa yes sasa de
na sa Kwabena mu kwa amban mu na mu kire no
enye no kre me de me makwa mem da
o time na twem o time twem Kwabena fi abam mu kra be almost 20 years
ne mom me feel say sunsun no baka say free mu no eno na de ha me ntimi de matie agina say I'll be an advocate for propriety in this country me dom me party na so me pese me say party say wo ye minister say wo ye MP party ya pejaw eduako si parliament wo be di minister na yakoto aba na wanya wo se eno nti wonti ase na democracy na ye kan na ase ne say dodo amamu me sa de mi ko gina bi kwa me be gina ha ye campaign tuna yanto ama wa eso usom the party for no any one do mato ama no ye nyina atachire
mimi sa bibi mo yanto ama mo no wo titru ene Kennedy Agyapong titru ene ye humu so mo campaign o ma maka ni nyina aso mate ada
o mo ntinai
enti na meka se bia ya wo ha
na won se nye yawo e bi empenifo won se ye campaign e bi no madrum pempen so bia o mo ntimi meye active politics
okay
you know happening free akoto or how to miss here baby
okay
he's part of it apreku adenimo boacheja ako you got the son of branches but on your central oye as say cry no tane vice presidential Dr.
Napo
na enam enti sa susum no ewo ho abato de and then na chese na say na nipa na sesa kakra because 92 ko ye dubu ahen ye mrantia na na young executive from di Dr. Sefa Odoji ono an express ye nyina nhia no ye do ahifi no de ko ra
Safoedu
ai o se o de ne mrante no ebre
yeah, now yes Safoedu East Legon boys be kai fa
so
yeah
enti me pese mesre party for sa independent na emwa ho so nim fa so sa we yesuhum MP party na peja wo no do akoye MP wo be yi obi free ono no chief we no ni mood we yi ni free ho o fa no sa
ba konta
no
operanza akonta
ba mi yi won konta ya do so eti baby a me ko bia no ebi no ha me sheda frɛ on no mo kasa ma me Cynthia Morris ma me ne pani bi kasa wo Central Register on friend no ne kasa Cynthia no wa ye adwuma o party mu ache obi di minister party na peja wagina baby men na wachi ehwe party ya ba
ebi also no fi say party na peja no party na so amwa no ma 19 na ba na sa
Kwame the very essence of party politics the welfare of the ordinary people at the country eba ntina mempesa didie no em se me nua pani former chairman NDC does no contribution
no chop
na ka se me ne nya adwen we sa ebe mo bia e na adwen se me contribute na makochop sa chopping mentality no ezi ye free ni ehunu se ye kɔ aban mu se ye kɔsom ye kotu ye ho ache me matena aban mu da utina aban mu a wo ye den a enhye da hia wo kese nti wo hia anibre se wo coach fum niema ene emrante na aban society no I think they've looked at a few bad examples no me modi baby wo MPP na bi wo NDC bi obi ahu se bia abrante bi ono ne wo Lagos ana tech
ana mene na ti kokroko so
ena ya board minister na we did na inu huhu niema bi senchene bi nti ofun se that is the only route. I think it is wrong me dem aka say we are abrante a pe wadwuma di obetimi aye so obetoni ade say we a professional na emre no so say openimi ba no so opese odo be ka ho na be so mo man na it is public service. Everybody is a politician. Kwame say Dr. Bawumia we no say Kwame me person we Minister of Defense because who so now to Burma camp so what's about a politician no
hey am for be from me
oh
hey Kabila ya odo
ya na binu mu kasa say the yen politicians obaka say ye maame ye ba ko no sheko na bi no wa wo ye we are just a representation of the national fabric. So, enti idea yen as a people, they say, yesu say yesu why, my kind of baby engineers they say recalibration. Enti your mindset about Ghana, say timidi and sapto ye has say ye kokoso say me your Ghana name ye be the assume miku and me my and you should be proud of that. Not only the material benefits, say. Ye buy party be no bit my friend 8 million supporters in 8 years. It's not possible. Name and also say uko minister na nkola na frewa wonfa. Esa wonfa. Na unya asem papa bi mu ohwam kasa kire wo mo. E bia ohwam wa obukra na oprobi asu agu no so. Nya bibia na betima so. Me nya executive of the party since 2015. Enso nipa ba mfie o mani mfie oba na me no akasa kakra se mo abi ho metima fro bi akasa o hwewe kakra bo a wo ya na waye ade a aha ye man we de meka na party for no so ate se waba bam na party ni bi pe opportunity se akoko ba oben oni no nya abebesere tie there so party wo power advantages kakra nso imo ya because the chairman be was Sri Madam for no frames obi or person bako nye adwuma obabi no obi jinuska na say what former chairman so obi jinuska say enye se basa na wo ye party ni na wuti ayi be baby a wugina ntino wanya opportunity obi ma bo nipa say so de bo ana no wo kayo so enti sa ne ma ni nyina yesu ban a me feel say ye di anymore no we've got to restate it, especially Mrantia, the Rocha Motete, Dubois Motete, the Rocha no this scared. Dubois no discuss campaign, and as a Kuhum Junior Fiscanico to tell you on pen horse. So, you see that kind of thing that is lost on us as Ghanaians and politicians. Say, Obiafa, you know, deep politics. Say, before some I've seen 2007. Oh, or better be a mechanic. Nam say, 17 thieves are going to come by, and then the officer degree who feel that to come back and hit us because you are reducing the respect that people have for political authority. And the idea echo so right now. But because you are in opposition, shouldn't give you the right say slash and burn. You have to say the do a funny action. Because there's a misanipa Ghana the propensity to destroy a idea and crofop and yet ye
papa
and ye cry and so
once I'll take you history. Who didn't say my head, no, but also Wakopacho into Minjaka.
My imagine there,
there'll be sparks. Yes, Kwabena.
Me did say Abane Betono, ye bestre, Ghana Funina. Ye beto abaso so anen krofo bi do so ye bibi fear mongering. Ghana. Yeah, Kayi abakosem to be a me ba nyese bi am pese me bore with listeners with history. But important say ma Ghana fo hu baby e free ansa na ebedu baby ebedri. Na ese okotos wo ho anoma. Ti me tise me nuanom NDC for e kan about abawie mu am hwom di. Na nkrofo Sebia, former president Mahama say was short memory. Ye refiana. Na 92 about to enoka. Nyame anyway with my friends say election. We always call it a non-election. But eventually yet name sane wiasete. Into wo munyai say beto aba na asofo bi so ma ka say the BBNC. Eye nipa na say kosan line. Na obia akokire na dwen. Ye wi ya kan no boko. Na ye keka bomu the Ghana for Pijan and Sano, honor a day to me, no man. And the Yenya, and then also, yes, we party for Nyankwa, NDC for Huba could be no crash a kind. I'm say how? Oko crash a kind, second, we try a bit. We should know that we should not ever go down that route. Now saying, oh, Ghana for they are not angry enough. And here, Kenya, and then Nigeria, hey, Omani Timuna, Imuajuno. Mumpe city etebia city enyema edin bia no is better than to have chaos. Enti one more case we should import Kenya here. Nature say mundo omai no ye de see 4 years bia obi opportunity. Enti drew abatwa uko no akokire wadwen ko kan wasem nti say so de so hwe de Bawumia kasa wo ka he's got a superior message. So he understands the current issues and future issues and the direction. He has clarity of thought. So, enti ye besre say ehunhuna mahun bibi about say NDC force say go BCG Electoral Commission office.
Yeah, almost 17th.
Ehun fast one say
almost voter register no problems room.
Problems, and that's why we have IPAC. But voter register problems. 92 credits say 1987 as I said register. I'm so me. Drew baby, Attorney General call to say yes, a person may hire a new photo ID comes on print. And I don't think they have that moral authority to be saying those things. Niemen buha omuka just for political expediency and yet more minor. See be when you pay beto aba na say there be when yentokwa. Enye didi atem. Enti obi anka na sem na mhwe se obi o follow Dr. Bawumia so hu se oni atem odi ani die ma obi a baby okobia.
Talking about Obia, we follow Dr. Bawumia, Midi kan Ejaudi Otibas, me too now nim near Koso. Kwabena, maybe some about party for Brinibeka despondency, party for Asobufi say your mama Nazi Didier Jomo or Chichim Kaka. But mention negatives Kaka about the bus. Amode call in Semi Amote, Tia journalist and reporters yetin titru near carbonachi economy. Say engineer engineer yi kra oka say ye dey asri no kra say na ye dey abone yam say yes or ye super economy say we dwane free called digitalization and na one thing e bi so aka say kroma ehye nyama adding unemployment ejuma eni ho galam say anwi ni sin onka ho asem mo call basi mu nyina we need some of the negatives a free mobile.
I think
at the end
the single most difficult thing that we are having to deal with is the economy.
Okay.
So despite the fact that a global phenomenon we are see baby I has to a more than year and certain actions have to be taken. But of course we have to understand, so we have a government in place. Yes, it's number 2, but we have a government in place. So, one only ideas kakra or their back of feels especially to stem the decline of the strength of our currency. Of feels abwa. Ama Nancy Kramiti say one of the NGOs no kasa say yes, good purchase program na. And Kwabena be a 25 baby cry.
Yeah.
I believe media no there many doctor there be a many economists me no nyasa arguments no. Me feel say this floating forex mechanism hasn't worked. 40 years now Rollins moko for free. IMF buy.
Yeah.
One this is GSS and so my no man penny dab to today. Me nyame kwaya go back to the secondary O level A level.
Piao, one of him.
So go back to
I've always been a champion of that.
Yes, IMF here. Womu koye esi ekopiskaba structural adjustment program PAMSCAD the I'm why abofi they don't mean well. Womu ede tio ebe 2 years ago to koye there. You womu ne bebuae. So, I think that floating mechanism is a Western phenomenon. Look, in Europe, it's a very highly regulated economy. Yeah. Highly regulated economy. You can't use one more prescriptions and a country a informal economy. So, because say after COVID, and I some major problem. COVID is munya TSS obi adwuma estole obi adwuma guye. Enti dena sika ben na PA antina HC dollar no sa ma dollar no move from 7 to 16 at the time. Enti I think I said it here, I said it in many other places. I think the president should take action immediately. Those days.
Yeah.
Enti media me mafem if you left it to me. Ghana is only all regulated. Enti we have a country that produces this amount of gold. Every currency be backed by some major commodity, and Ghana gold is one of the biggest commodities. Foreign powers in the back of currency. Yes, we are one of the biggest gold producers. Me say we should buy $1 for more than 5 cedis. Never.
But that's the reality.
Well, because we've allowed ourselves to be pushed by Western interest to decide on that. So, at the end of the day, floating mechanisms buy from 83 abwai. The biana echo. See America say, say ebinum say be we the minuanum but people are using dollar as an investment tool.
Yeah.
But it is wrong.
And they said that.
Wrong. Because dollar is not legal tender in Ghana. Me call conference and say, I check a card there, Senegal. Oh, the dollars don't show him. Go, $1 no. Our laws too are there. They are just not being enforced. And I've said it and I want to repeat. Bank of Ghana. Unfortunately, Madam governor say but I think the supervision division of Bank of Ghana have let Ghana down right from Muhammad's time with the banking crisis. And now a pushy who added to the unholy contracts that were signed, and the World Bank confirmed it recently. Ghana It means a contract because 22 cents per unit. Our world average about 8. Now here for we are buying power at this cost. The same say bad now to be 13 or 14. It's still high. Inti my industry no any competitive because China for produce you at 7 cents. Now we produce you at double that price. Over there Tonyama and then are competing. Inti me feel say it's gotten to a point we've got to call a spade a spade. One, see a catch the Ghana forces say near memo they will have to live within our means. You live within our means we have to start. Until I am Dr. Bawumia, me the nan come see 54 or see 50. Or still I'm in the argument kaka.
Until office on 54.
Yeah,
54 ministers.
Yes, we consolidate ministries. Now you listen, or I will leave him to outdoor that. Me cancer. Or 19. I had 19 ministers. Also, I consolidated the ministries. I don't know when he will bring it out, but yes, I name my one deputy. So I always feel that there should be one deputy, not two for any ministry. Say be a finance or agriculture. Be a homo, maybe a mama. Yes, so there are ministries who are better remove deputy any problem. Once you have that, it's only 38. All the 16 regional ministers and 54. You know, we need to send a message to Ghanaians and say, "Yeni abre." So we say, "Omunche chira omoyema." SES we chira me. Now we share manifesto na page, I think page 130. And he captures that. Say downsizing government, imposing order and discipline in government, in our financial management. Very important because value for money are there. Oh my. Then we buy young politicians need the attempt. My colleagues are Sebi, my design road, and now my passing of road. I can just on passing of the now from where you. So, but of course, ultimate responsibility lies with the government and ultimately at the desk of the president. And I think, say, we've got to have a rethink about this model of economic management.
Kwabena Agyapong, senior advisor on the Bawumia campaign trail, on the senior mate on the blue bus.
Bus official. I don't know.
That's a good one. It's with a bus official one. Yeah, Kwabena Agyapong. Now,
because actually,
Abdul Malik Kwekubako comes in. Honestly, Kwabena Agyapong is the best example of a true party loyalist and a principled politician. Good morning to him. Where they were Unipa.
Obviously, coffee shop
mafia aficionado. Please tell Kwabena, Cynthia Morrison is very aggrieved also at her removal as chairperson of the communication committee during the recent reconstitution of the committees, which means her service to government and party are no longer needed. First timers like Alfred Obeng MPBBNE has been made chairman of a powerful committee like trade. Cynthia has just been made an ordinary member of the sports committee, even though she's a former cabinet minister, as Kwabena has said. Let us learn to respect seniority in our party and in parliament, and also respect exemplary leaders who have been at the forefront of active service in our party. As for me, Cynthia is my MP now, and I will vote for her if she goes independent. Kofi from Aguna. Hey, Kofi.
That's it. It's vote me.
Also, you know any MP that it may be the Kofi from Aguna. The dynamics of political power, as I've come to know, is very different from what pertains in opposition. In order not to be disappointed or offended, one must always manage expectations. Else, disappointment will lead you into talking yourself into intra-party irrelevance. My regards to Man Kala, Justice Abeku Newton Ofei. Enede enobaye those should be brave, but Pamacho, I just want to go back to Kwabena briefly. Na efe mabiti omo studio ha anope na muso madrin chaba. Samuel Brian Boabing says the man Kala has dedicated his entire life to this tradition. Yet, in spite of not receiving an appointment, he remains on the campaign trail, working tirelessly. We sacrificed Utiko, a competent, hardworking, and dedicated patriot, for Cynthia Morrison, who performed well. Okay, you said she performed poorly at the gender ministry. You said MP.
I wish you didn't read that.
Well, it's coming from your party people. Samuel Brian Boabing puts that one there, and I'll leave it there. Kwame points to Kwabena that today their own government is still quoting and paying in dollars and euros all over the country. Recently, official documents from the Ministry of Youth and Sports on the payment to GTV and other companies was dollarization. Jones and Mwakwata, Maryland, USA. Jones, you've taken the wind out of my sail. I was going to push him on that one. Yeah. Now, Sampine comes in and says, Alote Jacobs dodged me at Atulinse's house. Small beer, Alote, Sampine Sebatwa dodging. But on a serious note, I doff my hat to Kwabena Agyapong. Great admonition, and I hope we will all listen. Thank you, Kwabena. And that is from Sampine, Oye KMA boss. And then this one has no name. It says, my greetings to our former General Secretary. I want you to tell him that he, together with our current national chairman, represent loyalty, commitment, and dedication to the new patriotic party. Any disgruntled individual in the MPP should look at Kwabena Agyapong and our party chairman, Stevie Ayesu Inting. These two people have committed themselves to the party, and we should all do same. Well, into be no be head Kwabena kakra mami just there will be a more abaso Sasa in Takrade says, tell engineer Kwabena Agyapong I'm proud of him. He's a true definition of a patriot, party person, and selfless. He's my chief of staff under Bawumia's government. Tell him anytime he comes to Takrade we'll meet. Master teacher push that down. Tell my senior Kala that the party must do well to ensure management of party members when in power. Jobon brings that one in. And so the messages are coming in fast. But I'll go back to Kwabena Hop.
Kwame, the last one I can be management of party members.
Yeah, Jobon then by.
It is the core of party politics. Show such disdain to party for now and yet papa. Because a party for no 2 minutes crying and yeah deal. Nipa ko promoti. Any a keka bomb na the 2 minutes share back as president or no so awai bia ma wo baby a wo. Enti se party ni ho a wo ni ho. Enti especially MCs are omone candidates ni being anya de no. Eso who say ye ni ho a wonya MCE bio. That's number one. Parliamentarian no cry the bia na wa winning seat into on the no be order of parliament. Enti yebesre se omu su ne ye ban a omu yichire party for na ebu o mabem enti ture bia na omu yesa no omu hwe na omu siesi aka 3 months. A lot of things can change in politics. 1 week is a very long time. Party loyalty no the mesre party for no Kwame say nipa na can be brave, and I don't want to go back into history, but party is bigger than any individual. A do aba oko me boss J Kufo waba oko President Akufo-Addo akano a few months no so call. The party remains. Party no any single individual biya dia da yinina 8 million or so voters no and everybody has an equal share. Enti mesre minua Kofi ne friend de wo
Agona I see Kofi from Agona
mesre na so ye MPP ni mapandia. Your loyalty has to be to the party first. Na me kasa se mwe na me general secretary ko menya se
then okay
me say loyalty should be to the party first, then through the party to anybody else. So with them John, because party no there say one you loyal to party na eno ne here ena ma obia mfa ne say position me man support Mr. Kofo obia nim say nam lead
Akufo-Addo
campaign 1998, but or recognize me say abranti you abre o party ni ade onya gidie de me be share ne nchen to say ne ba o fa me say ne ba o ko ba bia onim na eko as press secretary for close to 6 years. Wapeja wa do say I made them feel say they made me do no. Party for social menyam to abama me wo tamale as general secretary. Say why nye bia nka ho kra enya hwe. So we need to have that spirit of contentment. Na a man crofo feel say adwuma ye die chinchina ese e ma bibi. Me nim de wo Dr. Bawumia adwem on certain things. Although I'm a senior advisor, we haven't got up. Ye ni abre say ye nwene de bisi any many be details ni bi sisi. It's because the election is a very difficult election. No place for complacency. And not to fight and win it. And then, we have a month or so to be able to put together what he has to put together. So, yes, see a show in Munyam as minister a year. But you should see it as service to the country. Yes, self-gratification. And the essay here. So, mesre party for no. Anyone more campaign munyina ye ho say a party me dey say manyi kakra kwame
o say wa bruce stadium oko
manyi kakra
senior citizen
we kwa na party wo power na macross me na and one say metumi nyeska atua DSTV DSTV so ne board Minister of Communications
omunye hu bibi
Nigeria for tua less than us. South Africa tua less than us. The ministry should be on the side of Ghanaians. Mintia say data you tua Ghana any board den say more America kra. Those are the things that mean you about say utie me Esla mo hwe na omo sisi telcos no so nti and the DSTV or ha call retirement kra enye hu because obetima hwe history channel obetima but me bibi kakra metimi di abo a footoo especially to the younger generation na omo feel say politics no there me hu binum suman kakra e no mo na me say be any di any bro kra e mfa man penifo. This party has a hierarchy. Ne binum sacrifice ansa na ebedru ba bi ebedru so tie yie na president bi ba na so mu so we akola mu so we o potential to do si wa eno nche se wo slim penifo na ye adwuma no ansa na obefa no but ebinum suban ye kasa ye ne ye hadwen. But I do hope say Bawumia na mu hu ne sa no o man bruce ni ofiri wale it's not to no sakasaka the near day not your to be friend sakasaka show boy no say very president very firm and some difficult decisions will be taken. So intimidate kakra meka na obizu kan dollarization say maybe be in dollar wrong. Say free government to say free from you can peg it to the dollar but give a CD equivalent at a particular time. So important say as a country no we should have confidence in our currency. Now asema na make can because ebinum timi to collection na yakost $1 na dey at home every Sunday we to collection. So there's exceeding pressure on the CDA any link to the economy. In fact ebinum from Nigeria better dollar because our system, our whole regulatory system of the forex regime is weak. Forex bureaus they are supposed to be licensed forex bureaus, so they should be hooked on a platform with a central bank who should know every transaction and why it is being transacted. Because Udru America ne Udru airport na ukra pounds now so se send to dollar your passport o ba be dey na o be ya na okotra ne ade ene nkrofo jejina kwa ho airport ni Osu Oxford Street na omo $1. I mean there's breakdown and there. I think that there should be enforcement first, discipline, and no. Why should you go to me? Yes, it be a $1 kakra the bank, but me feel says a bank is on my mean here. The bank is right. Name mum say be me here be there comma me ni pe bi America me here dollar na me dey try ticket there. But my cash bank and say omuntua mami. That is what we should be doing, and that is what the law says. You can't be holding dollars in this country. It's not legal tender. Now, impose order. Now I know say Dr. Bawumia madwimu pa. I say politics no. Yeah, near many na can't because it may not win you vote, but tough. But I'm very confident that he will restore some level of discipline in the forex management in this country.
Maybe it's our last question if you go around. Can Bakubo say aka 3 months? Okay, Bakubo say it's a very difficult election.
Yes.
My question: can Bawumia and MPP survive?
Well, I think he will win.
At the end, Maunya sa atinkano.
I'm saying, my studio ha. I can't say been to, and I don't want to go back on that because I'm not someone who believes in politics of religion and ethnicity. But it is a fact that we have to confront with. The fact that we were able to elect Dr. Bawumia, the first time in our history.
As MPP, you mean?
As MPP, even the country has not elected a Muslim leader before. Both parties.
That's true.
So, Anna, you know NDC from 92. You better about almost propaganda is super. We are saying, and they said, "We mo, it's anti-fu party. We mo biya."
I'm not here. Okay.
Coming home. Mo biya. So, now almost kozongo dia na west because almost sako Kayi 92 no almost started almost aliens compliance order. Grofono ba, the buzi apam no basa be pamo. Enti mpenifona na omanyini kakra na omo Kayi the pain they went through. Enti ema their natural gravitation of the Zongos was to the NDC. And it has carried on a reduce kakra but it's still embedded and yet easy. Entina ema former president confidence oka say emre no so a we say ni aketo Bawumia ombe using that so oka sa.
Yeah.
Nobody believed. Fifi Kwete also repeated the same thing. Said MPP will never give a northerner a chance as the leader of our party. 61% did so, which is the highest any first-time presidential aspirant has garnered. In Tiusha, in spite of Kwame, they all can say resentment is that resentment is not at Dr. Bawumia. He's a very well-liked personality across board. In fact, unya presidential candidate ubia o party no mu e kan ho asem party se wono. Omo buafu system no say enema bi omo all say the okay didi ni ade. So that places him in a special and the way also related wabo ni pass so power 16 years no we're using the year because sometimes when you are given a platform it's how you use it. You mosques wabo won for aboma scholarship kwa brochire ekosua de be doctors free zongos near de so ni nyina wabo and sorry it doesn't matter so you Christian so you hwan wabo ni pa ye namu yi nkrofo na edi ni ho dance na wutie di ni ho dance. It is a big weapon na NDC one. We have disarmed them of a major chunk of their campaign propaganda. Because you see, the Zongo boy ne dinaba, Munya ne dinaba, Sakasaka show boy ne dinaba. So who them show. No, I'm confident say areas are no go for MPP no, and then we are eating into it. I'm not saying we are going to take it over, but at least we are fighting them on their turf. Places like Bruno East and Kayi demand power, and they don't be preso gidi power because of that. So, and then all the areas they do very well, even in Ashanti, Greater Accra, are similar, have similar demographics. And to me, confidence say, obey me a room, even so, both room 40% of NDC the Accra, not the Kayi the Enhua. And he stands in a very good position to win this election. I think he will do 53%. Around 53%.
ABC Sadia no Bosim Kadodo. Na anya modest, he will not get more than 50%. About 51%.
Well, say it close. It doesn't matter.
Yes, see, I am say aye abing.
Obianka, some make
Menkao.
Matthias.
Ebi pache say
Ghana elections intimate and yes da. Na Rolling Scotch chile nsegu e chikwa unya senye 56.
57 last the highest there.
And we are chile nsa. Baby or as a man ko. You could now so agent your life is at risk. To be on PBM treasure and look 57 unya. Kufuor the first term it was about 53.
53.something.
Yeah, 53.1. So, in Ghana no from time immemorial a two-party state. Which will bring me to some other issues because NDC no afa CPP no and the UP no there no na aba bedru your friend is saying MPP. And yes, relative strengths, no. The NDC will always do the worst case performance could be at 43-44%. MPP worst case 46-47%. And that is how elections are in this country. I followed it right and modeled it a lot. And I think say Dr. Bawumia, you will be if you add all those factors now, and then in readiness, we share policies out there. It be a very far-reaching and far-sighted. And I'm telling you, say I'm very confident, but I'm not complacent.
You're confident, but you're not complacent.
Not at all. Say na say Jumadin party phone nyina ko from one apathy no ye ka no ebufuo no ye nyina na yeso ko sere on kasa on kire on say e your party. You see, you don't throw the baby with the bathwater.
Baby away with the bathwater, yes.
O party there, yes, be an no any ye to say they say only me in the years my fans are because I'm party no.
No, that's your name.
Oh, of course. Na say party, yeah, me can hope anam nem penifo no ye see and such chire. Nti obi antimi nyime free. Never. Me simple. Be any party, even the meeting in November 1992 to decide not to go for the parliamentary election. I sat in that National Executive Committee meeting. A lot of them are gone. I was there. I'm a repository of the history of this party. A cancer any man be or so me nya hwe party mu bi okra enya hwe. So I don't know guy be London. A friend of mine so NDC nti me call London me campaign na me see me corner na MPP for of akedumbu of say how dey NDC na me so dey ma me call
of akedum ampelesa
o mo pesa me corner show we dey ma me call say nya hwe and e drew no say me questions be na peso busa na me say questions be na peso busa me ma ba interview busa dey open bia o say hey come Agyapong chairman, I'm saying. So you are the only politician I'm inviting her offer questions in Ghana. I'm saying, be the press secretary to the president. Question be a DVSBR. Yes, there's no bad questions, only bad answers.
Bad answers.
So into the bisam. Now send me to Asempa. No, I send the message. A dear promise me I am a war. Until the Oko tree, and I'm saying, maybe me here promise. Party ne dey twame fruma me am a party. I'll live with it and work with it. Enti osine nam say 2020 say na okay. 7 na call around the country.
Okay.
Me nya hwe man ka hwe. Ha me so. So how dem show. Enti let's not look into these things. What is important is the country Ghana. Me the economy ni say be ye e be create jobs. So 1 million youth to be trained in digital skills is important because na ukra computers they say kabele animu ya utimi Ghana na ya jumama you be or China they say benya kakra. So and those are the far-reaching ideas he brings on board that I find him very attractive to the younger Ghanaians. Nti ekobe bia nkolane ni ade eni agisa ti yo gidie se nyame be ya adom na mum edin. So your party for no more yes men control na say na me buafu government way is going to end on the 7th of January. It be na after 7th of January no. I be na uti be ye wadamfu bi benya be ejira na nso bebo. Sa na tie. Nti mesre wo mo obi a uti mi a we MPP ni. A wo dwen say onto aba because obi a kaseti a wana wadamfu bi elusu ana wa wo lusu ye no. Nyankopon nenim de we nim ye twem ye mfa nse etwem ne ye nsre nyame ne won krakra de we nim emai.
Kwabena Agyapong, now Chosa from Taifa. Kwabena Agyapong has proven to himself to be a true son of the NPP. And then Labi from Labadi says, hey, Chairman General, did Kwabena Agyapong just say you were going to be defense minister Bawumia? Well, let's pray because he wasn't given to him, revealed to him by flesh and blood. Now, Kwekwa Ashanti says, Kwabena Agyapong, proper Kwaboche boy, proper wampa.
I mean, NGB, I never call for 150 years.
Aye.
October 10th, there's a Kushia on the Kobompayano. 50 years old,
yes, you pa. I didn't quite be the choir by now. Fantastic delivery by my boss, Kwabena. This is from Fawas in Amasamang. Kwabena Agyapong, thank you for your relentless efforts to support Bawumia campaign in spite of all the challenges. It is still since Kwabena is the advisor to the flag bearer, he should tell us what they will do about Galamsey. If he whack my head in the kaka. O'Neill and Ponsa in Amsterdam. Kala has always been an epitome of one who waits on the Lord, a true and real patriot. I also think, though, that Cynthia Morrison's case should be looked into. Loyalty to the party is paramount, but the pain of ill treatment in the party is difficult to manage. O'Neill and Ponsa in Amsterdam. Tell Kwabena he sacrificed his life for the MPP with my senior brother Kofi Lee from Ashanti Bekwai, who's now in USA. God bless them. Kofi Lee and Kwabena, much love to all of you. Okay, I'll say Nidin and Nana Kwesi Ewajolu. Okay, Kofi Lee.
Oh, are they? Kofi Intim Menu.
Kofi Intim Menu.
Kofi Intim Menu.
And Kofi Lee.
Two. The name of your boy party. Oh, Minya Pen, Trebia Menina.
Nana Hesio Jiri, Kwabena's words are soothingly soothing. Man Kala, it is possible. Okay, so Emise Kwabena Abeye any comments? Naminko wafake tsunami bakabila.
Unsa waka bibi about Galamsey obi busai.
I remember, but very last one. Bright Edu Ochre. Bright says Kwabena has exhibited exceptional character and dedication to the MPP. His conduct after the presidential primary contest gives testament to what he stands for and what's in him. God bless you, Kwabena. Your efforts will not be in vain. Greater rewards await you 2025. When Dr. Bawumia becomes the president. You have won my heart profoundly. Bright Edu Ochre. Yes, Kwabena Pajobrim.
Me same pieces all of a sudden Galamsey asem no abeye topical be say. Na Ghana cry to be a refinia. Me kai say me ye campaign no. Go check here Asasi Radio. Reporting say it will take leadership with strong political will to end Galamsey, says Kwabena Agyapong. And I'm go through the story, no. I'm kind of it do baby. I'm kind say keep the minerals in the ground if we cannot use them for the good of Ghanaians. Those days, na me run. I said, say, look, I am in favor of a moratorium on surface mining, so that our forests and the greenery will heal. And you know, I mean, who say you tag for at this statement be about out? No way, this statement me use or you tag for because na mo make 2022 I make us asem no nti manti
that any meto aba
na say na me cry me candidate manti na all of a sudden na 3 months e be no for political expediency nti Galamsey dey enya de papa me I'm never on the side of mining because mining has not helped Africa, not only Ghana. Adie bi ebetu a the nya be 10 to 15% na bro for the 8 economy Johannesburg ne Canada ne land no more your time. Me left to me alone with a personal one. I don't want to inkumba Dr. Bawumia on this. A personal one, but I think it is an atrocious failure of regulatory framework. Because
an atrocious failure of regulatory framework. An atrocious failure of regulatory framework.
Because Ghana have BBR, I know some politicians have ultimate responsibility.
Yeah.
But we have technocrats who are paid to be working and who are supposed to offer advice and make sure the right things are done. And I think it has been inimical to us, this whole mining industry for 100 years. It hasn't given us much. It has just made foreigners wealthy. And I align with Bawumia's thinking of making sure that mineral resources should be given to Ghanaians, and we should. That's why he talks about setting up a minerals bank to support Ghanaians. After all, any machine you do too. I don't think there's yet. Now you will be free China. No, I got talent. See, corner baby. No, what sea wall about 6 meters high. Wouldn't the echoes no move to the core.
Na Ghana for na near boy.
Yeah, boy. We almost say some person basic airport to a burger. I'm catching minister because hey, where am I there? Yempene.
I don't know company.
Na say na ho de be on 2 year na de ko ye hu kra. 2 year na de ko. No, Kwame, we need to secure this country. You know, and the minerals, the resources that we have, if we cannot implement it for the good of the Ghanaian people, then I'm in favor of a moratorium. Whether it's, I think the Angolans did it some time ago. And because of that, they have better contracts now. They get about 45-50% to some of the deals they sign with these foreign mineral explorers. That is the little I want to say about Sir Galamsey. Now, enjoy NDC for propaganda on the end. And Ray, I'm going to say, Nenche Biano Mokase, Chinkro from Bombeja. So, and you see, let's be genuine in this country. Me, I hate it. I'm an environmentalist. My postgraduate was in water and environmental engineering. Okay,
well, besides, if you want to know, Akacho, because say, oh, you're marine engineer, or besides, so when you're marine engineer exactly, but you have knowledge. Because say you have knowledge in marine and water engineering. It's me person we but now you
University of Surrey.
Surrey is Surrey. Leafy Surrey. Yeah.
Guildford. It's that's not my so you. Many distinction.